Okay, we will start now. So within the dimensional and model analysis, we are in the dimensional analysis first thing, and within the dimensional analysis, we have gone through different physical quantities, their symbols, their units, and their dimensions in terms of fundamental dimensions L, M, and T. Then within the dimensional analysis, okay, we have gone through dimensional homogeneity, one small part, and then there are two methods of dimensional analysis. One is Rayleigh's method, and second one is the Buckingham Pi theorem. Okay, so when we are using Rayleigh's method, if variables is within 3 to 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if it is in this particular range, then we can go with the Rayleigh's method. If it is more than 4, then we have to go for the Buckingham Pi theorem. In that case, we have to arrange this particular, okay, we have so dependent variables and independent variables. So x is the dependent variable which is depending upon x1, x2, x3. So x1, x2, x3 is called as an independent variables. Again, we can write this particular equation in form as x equals to k, x1 raised to a, x2 raised to b, x2 raised to x3 raised to c, where k is called as a constant which we can able to define from the experimental investigations, and a, b, c are the arbitrary powers. Okay, then if we equate the arbitrary powers in the left hand side and right hand side, then we can get the final equations. So for the dimensional analysis, okay, within the dimensional analysis, if we want to derive some equations, okay, then we can go with these two methods, that is the Rayleigh's method and second one is the Buckingham Pi. Okay, now today we are going to see Buckingham Pi theorem. So I will read that particular theorem. You can see if there are n variables. Now we know the variables that may be independent variables and dependent variables in a physical phenomenon, and if these variables contain m fundamental dimensions. Okay, we know that in each variable we can able to define its fundamental dimension in terms of m, l, and t. Okay, m, l, and t. Then the variables are arranged into n minus m dimensionless terms. Okay, n is called as an variables, that may be dependent variable, that may be independent variable. M is called as an fundamental dimensions. So how many fundamental dimensions are there? Three. One is m, second one is l, and third one is p. Okay, so there are three fundamental dimensions. So we have to arrange a dimensionless term that is equals to n minus m, and each dimensionless term is called as a pi term. ओके, आता थोडंसं तुम्हाला अंडरस्टँड झालं असेल, सगळं तर तुम्हाला काय हे स्टेटमेंट कळालं नसेल. वन्स वी गो थ्रू दी प्रॉब्लेम्स न्यूमरिकल्स, okay, you can get all these things. Okay, so step by step we will look it into the Buckingham Pi theorem, and simultaneously we will solve the numerical also, so that you will get the each and every step. One more thing that you have to take into mind, that up till now, if you see the last 4 to 5 years, near about 60 or 70% uh, problems or questions is in Rayleigh's method or Buckingham Pi theorem, or numericals in the Rayleigh's method or numericals in the Buckingham Pi theorem in the question paper. So it is very important to know the Rayleigh's method and Buckingham Pi theorem from ESC or your exam point of view. So these are very important things. So step by step we will go with this particular Buckingham Pi theorem. So step 1. So step 1 indicates determination of number of pi terms which equals to n minus m. Okay, already within the statement we have gone through. Okay, you can see the second last line. Okay, the variables are arranged into n minus m dimensionless terms, and these terms are called as an pi term. So how many pi terms are there? That is equals to n minus m pi terms are there, where n is equals to number of variables that may be dependent variables, that may be independent variables, and m is number of fundamental dimensions that will remain same constant, that is equals to 3, that is m, l and t. Okay, simultaneously we will go with the numerical. Okay, if you, okay, you can read the numerical. Okay, it will start from here, the resisting force. Okay, so I will read the numerical. Okay, the resisting force R of the supersonic plane. So there is a one variable R, that is dependent variable. Resisting force R of a supersonic plane during flight can be considered as an dependent upon the length of the aircraft L, velocity V, air viscosity mu, air density rho, and bulk modulus of air k. So these length of aircraft, velocity, viscosity, density, and bulk modulus of air k, these are the independent variables. So they want to express the functional relationship between these variables and the resisting force. Again, this question is asked in the AMIE summer 1977. Okay. So first step, as we have already discussed, the first step is determination of number of pi terms. And to determine the number of pi term, we require n minus m, n and m values. So already we know the m is equals to 3, but n variables. Now you can see the variables. So resisting force. So step 1, resisting force R is depending upon L, V, mu, rho, K. Hence, R is a function of L, V, mu, K and rho. So there are variables are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of variables, that may be dependent variable, that may be independent variable. फक्त हे L, V, mu, rho, K यायचं नाही. You have to consider the dependent variable also. So dependent variable is R, that is resisting force, which is a function of length of aircraft, velocity, then viscosity, air viscosity, density, and modulus of air, that is K. So total number of variables n is equals to 6. Number of fundamental dimensions, that is m, l, t. So m is equals to 3. So m, n minus m. Okay, these are the, you can see over here, number of dimensionless pi terms. You can see this particular line. Number of dimensionless pi terms, that is n minus m. So 6 minus 3. So there are 3 pi terms. Okay. So thus there are 3 pi terms, say pi 1, pi 2, and pi 3. And for hence we can write this particular equation. F1 is a function of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equals to 0. So first step is over, which is very easy to find the number of pi terms. If total number of variables are 7, then number of pi terms are 7 minus 3, so it will be equals to 4. So 4 pi terms, pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. Now in this particular numericals, there is a total 6 number of variables. So 6 minus 3, we can get 3 pi terms, that is pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. In between that, they have given the dimensions of these are force. आता हे तुम्हाला dimensions सगळे माहिती पाहिजे. Force m l t minus 2, velocity l t minus 1. Okay, ते कुठून आलं सगळं? Okay, we have already gone through that. Okay. So velocity. So this chart, you should know all this chart. Okay. So once you know this chart, then and then only you can able to find out the dimensions of. Okay. Now force is m l t minus 2. So directly they have taken in the numerical. M l t minus 2. Velocity is l t minus 1. Then viscosity. Okay. Density and the bulk modulus. Likewise, you should know the dimensions. नाहीतरी exam मध्ये काय होणार? डायमेन्शन फाइंड करायच्या नादामध्ये तुमचा बराचसाच वेळ वाया जाणार. If you directly know the dimensions, you can directly put down this dimension as it is in the numerical. If you don't know, then you have to mug up the units, then you have to go to solve that particular units and then find the dimensions. So a lot of time may take. Okay. If suppose if you have any doubt in between the explaining the numerical, you can just put down a message into the chat box. So we will go with the second step now. So first step is n minus m, number of items. Second step is determination of number of variables in each item, which equals to m plus one variable. आता पायटम किती झाले? So number of items are 3. One is pi1, pi2, pi3 आणि हे कुठून काढलं आपण? That is n minus m. So once we get the number of items, so this every items is having some variables in that particular item. तर ती किती variables असणार आहेत? That variables is equals to m plus 1, where m is number of fundamental dimensions. तर m तर तुमचा कॉन्स्टंटच राहणार आहे. So in every item there will be 4 variables, that is 3 plus 1. M plus 1 is equals to 3 plus 1, which is equals to 4 items. 4 variables, sorry. So if I want to write the first item, that is pi1, which is equals to, which contains 4 variables, that is x1, x2, x3 and x4. Okay. So in each item there are 4 variables. Okay, x1, x2, x3 and x4. Within this particular 4 variables, okay, there are 3 repetitive variables. So that is, I think so. There are 3 repeating variables and 1 non-repeating variable. Okay, so we can go with the second. So now we are going with the numerical. Okay, so each item, which is equals to m plus 1 variable. So m is equals to 3, also called as a repeating variables. Okay. What is repeating variables? What is non-repeating variables? I will tell you. Out of the 6 variables, 3 variables are to be selected as repeating variables. Okay. And 1 variable will be non-repeating variables. Okay. So you can see we have 3 items, pi1, pi2, pi3. Now L, V, rho, these are the repeating variables and R is the non-repeating variable. If you see the second item, pi2, again L, V, rho, again it is repeated. Mu is new one, so it is non-repeating variable. Pi3, L, V, rho, again it is repeating variables. K is non-repeating variables. So fourth variable is non-repeating and 3 variables are repeating. आता हे कुठला घ्यायचं? एलच का घ्यायचं? व्ही आणि रो, हे एल व्ही रोज का रिपीटिंग व्हेरिएबल्स घ्यायचे? आर ला का नॉन रिपीटिंग मध्ये टाकलं? फॉर दॅट दे हॅव सम क्रायटेरिया. सो दॅट इज अवर स्टेप नंबर 3. स्टेप नंबर 2 काय? टू डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ नंबर ऑफ व्हेरिएबल्स. So within this step number 3, they have given some guidelines to select the repeating variables and the non-repeating variables. So the repeating variables should be chosen in such a way that one variable contains geometric property, other variable contains flow property, and third variable contains fluid property. Okay. So variable with geometric property, flow property and fluid. एक variable geometric property चा असला पाहिजे. One variable will be flow property and our third one is the fluid property. Okay. So these are the repeating variables. So within the geometric property, again they have given the variables. Length is the geometric property, diameter and height is the geometric property. Velocity and acceleration is a flow properties. Viscosity, density and angular velocity is a fluid property. If we look it into the numerical, okay, so R, L, V, mu, rho and K, there are 6 variables. Out of the 6 variable, okay, again one more thing, R is a dependent variable and should not be selected as a repeating variable. So तुमचा dependent variable आहे, that should not be your repeating variable. Now out of these 5, that is L V mu rho K. So they have selected L as a geometric property. We can select L, so length, diameter and height. So out of these three, we have length over here, length. Okay. So first variable will be a repeating variable is the geometry property. They have selected L. Second one is velocity and acceleration. So we have the velocity V. या पाच मध्ये velocity आहे, acceleration तर काही नाही. So velocity we can take as an repeating variable. And third one is the viscosity, density and angular velocity. So they have both. Viscosity is also there, density is also there. तर तुम्ही viscosity पण घेऊ शकता आणि density पण घेऊ शकता. ओके. इफ दे एका कुठल्या तर ह्याच्यामध्ये आता सपोज तुम्ही फ्लुइड प्रॉपर्टीचे दोन आहेत, विस्कोसिटी पण आहे आणि डेन्सिटी पण आहे. इफ बोथ दीज variables are there in your total number of variables, you can take one. So out of that they have taken the density as an repeating variable. So if you take if we are taking length, velocity and density as a repeating variable, skipping these three, again there are three more variables are remaining, that is resisting force R, mu is the air viscosity and K is the bulk moment. So R, mu and K, then these three will be the non-repeating variables. So once we finalize the repeating variables and non-repeating variables, we have to write down the pi terms. So there are total three number of pi terms as we have already calculated in the step number 2. So there are three pi terms, that is pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3. So we have to write down the pi 1 as L raised to A1, V raised to B1 and rho raised to C1 and R. So A1, B1 and C1, these are the arbitrary powers of the repeating variables. There will not be any arbitrary powers for the non-repeating variables. Again, pi 2 is L raised to A2, V raised to B2, rho raised to C2. And pi 3 equals to L raised to A3, V raised to B3 and rho raised to C3 into K. So this is the completion of step number 3. Once we complete the step number 3, then last step is step number 4. Each pi term is solved by the principle of dimensional homogeneity. We know the dimensional homogeneity. What is meant by dimensional homogeneity? The arbitrary powers or the dimensions on the left hand side, that will be the dimensions in the right hand side. Okay. So each pi term is solved by the principle of dimensional homogeneity, and for the first time consider the first pi term. So we have pi 1 is equals to, okay, now pi 1 चा जो dimensions आहेत pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3, the dimensions of pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3 is m raised to 0, L raised to 0 and T raised to 0. Okay, you have to consider it is given in the theorem. The dimensions of the pi terms are m raised to 0, L raised to 0 and T raised to 0, which is equals to, okay, now we have to write this particular L, V, rho and R in terms of dimensions now. L तर length आहे, so L raised to A1. Velocity is Lt minus 1 raised to B1. Now density is mass per unit volume, so mass into L minus 3 raised to C1, and then R resisting force is ML T minus 2. ML force is ML T minus 2. Okay, once we write the dimensions of each variable, now equating the powers of M, L, T on the both sides. Okay, M, L, T, you have to equate the powers of M, L, T. So power of M on the left hand side, power of M is 0, so it equals to 0. Now M is not present over here, M is not here. Okay, over here M is there, so M raised to 1, so plus C1, so plus C1, and now M raised to 1, so there is no arbitrary power here, so M raised to 1. Okay, इथं A1, B1, C1 नाहीये कुठे, so M चा directly power किती आहे? Plus 1, so it is C1 plus 1. Therefore value of C1 is equals to minus 1. Now we have to equate the power of L. So power of L on the left hand side is equals to 0. So you have a 0 over here, which is equals to, now L raised to plus A1. So write down the plus A1. Then L raised to plus B1. Then write down the plus B1. L raised to minus 3C1. So write down the minus 3C1. Now L raised to plus 1 is there. Okay, so plus 1. So now in this particular case, C1 we know that, but A1 and B1, these are the two unknowns. Okay, so we can write, okay, or we can just put down as it is. Then we have, okay, then we have to go for equating the power of T. So power of T on the left hand side is equals to 0. Okay, then it is 0. Power of T, then it is minus b1 minus b1, and over here it is minus 2. So b1 is equals to minus 2. So once we get the b1 is equals to minus 2, we have to put down the b1 is equals to minus 2 over here, and we have already calculated c1 is equals to minus 1. Now there is only one unknown, that is a1. So we can able to find out a1 is equals to minus 2. So once we get, A1, B1 and C1, okay, just write down the pi term. So pi1 is equals to, आता A1 B1 C1 कैसा है, L raised to A1, V raised to B1 and rho raised to C1 into R. So we have A1 is equals to minus 2, so L raised to minus 2, B1 is equals to minus 2, so V raised to minus 2, and density rho is equals to C1, rho raised to C1, so C1 is equals to minus 1, so rho raised to minus 1 पाहिजे तर चुकलंय त्यांचं, C1 should be minus 1, okay, rho raised to minus 1 into R, okay. So हा इथं त्यांनी करेक्ट केलं. So -2 minus 1 into R. So L raised to minus 2, V raised to minus 2, rho raised to minus 1 into R. So that we can write to pi1 is R divided by L square V square into rho. So equation for the first pi term, that is pi1 is equals to R divided by L square V square into rho. Similarly, for second pi term, okay, now consider the second pi term. Pi2 is equals to L raised to A2, V raised to B2, rho raised to C2 into mu. Okay, so these are the three repeating variables, and one more is non-repeating variable. Now instead of R, there is a mu. So pi2 is equals to, now we have pi2 is equals to, pi2 the dimensions hai, that is equals to m raised to 0, L raised to 0 and T raised to 0, which is equals to, it is same, L raised to A2. Now it is not A1. Pi2 considering of A2, B2 and C2. So L raised to A2. Now LT minus raised to B2, ML minus 3 raised to B2. Then the, okay, viscosity, air dimensions of air viscosity is M, L minus 1, T minus 1. Again, you have to do, or you have to equate the powers of MLT on the both sides. So power of M on the left hand side is 0. So it is equals to 0 over here, which is equals to, now M is here. So it is plus B2. Sorry, it is C2 पाहिजे. A2, B2 and B2 repeat झाला इकडे. C2. So it is plus C2 and plus 1. So it is C2 equals to minus 1. Power of L again, so it is 0 equals to, L is A2, L is plus B2 and minus 3 C2, and there minus 1 is there. So again there are two unknown variables, so you have to go for the power of T, equate the power of T, then it is 0, which is equals to minus B2 and T is here minus 1. So we can get B2 is equals to minus 1. Put down the value of C2 and B2, you will get the A2 value. So A2 is equals to minus 1, C2 is equals to minus 1, B2 is equals to minus 1. Now pi2 is equals to L raised to minus 1, V raised to minus 1, and rho raised to minus 1 into mu. So you can write the equation for pi2 is equals to mu divided by L V rho. Okay. So likewise for the third pi term, you have to find out the equation for the third pi term. So pi3 is equals to now L V rho. These are the repeating variables. Non-repeating is the k. That is the k value. So dimensions of the k is m l minus 1 t minus 2. Again, you have to equate the power of m l t on the both the sides. Okay. So power of, when we are equating the power of m, so it is 0 again equals to m, that is c3. इथं चुकलं, बुक मध्ये चुकलं हा, तुम्ही कन्फ्युजन नका हो. इथं c3 आहे because a3 b3 and c3. So c3 plus 1, so c3 is equals to minus 1. Again you have to equate the power of L, power of T. So you will get C3 equals to minus 1, then A3 is equals to 0 and B3 is equals to minus 2. आता A3 0 ala supposed to be. Now you have to write down the pi term. So pi3 is equals to, okay, A3 is 0, so L raised to 0, B3 is minus 2, so V raised to minus 2, C3 is minus 1, so rho raised to minus 1 into K, which is equals to, now it is 0, L's power 0, so L will get vanish. Then the equation will be K divided by V square into rho. So equation for the third pi term is K divided by V square into rho. So once we get the equations for three pi terms, so f1 is the function of pi1, pi2 and pi3. So pi1 is r divided by rho L square V square. Pi2 is mu divided by L V rho. And pi3 is k divided by V square rho, which is equals to 0. So we can take this, we want to find out the equation for resisting force R. So we can take R on the left hand side. So pi is the constant. Okay, this pi you can write the k also. So equation for R, which is equals to rho L square V square into pi in bracket mu L V rho into k divided by V square into rho. Okay, this will be the equation for resisting force R. So likewise, we can able to find out the equation for any variable, okay, using the Buckingham pi theorem. Sometimes, okay, one more point is, okay, in this particular numerical, sometimes, okay, they will ask to derive the equation, and sometimes they will ask to prove the equation. I will just read out the numerical. You have to just go through the numerical, and if you have any problem, you can ask me in the next lecture. So I will just read out the numerical and we will stop. If you have any problems, you can just put down any message. Using Buckingham's pi theorem, okay, I will read the numerical. Using Buckingham pi theorem, show that the velocity through the circular orifice is given by v is equals to under root of 2gh into pi d divided by h comma mu divided by rho v. So they want to prove this particular, okay, this particular equation. आता हे जर प्रूव्ह करायचं असेल, then you have to find out the number of variables. आता ह्याच्यामध्ये number of variables किती आहेत बघा. V is the dependent variable which depends upon g, h, d. आता हा पाय हा constant आहे. g, h, d, h is repeating, mu, rho and v. Okay, so v is the function of h, d, mu, rho and g. किती झाले? 1 2 3 4 5 6. g, h, d, mu घेतला, rho घेतला, v इथं राहिला, घेतला इकडे घेतला. हाँ, v is परत रिपीट होता है. हाँ, v. So v, h, d, mu, rho and g. So they have considered this total 6 variables. Again, once we get this total 6 variables, so total number of variables are n is equals to 6. Number of pi terms are n minus m. So total 3 pi terms are there. Again, you have to repeat the, okay. So there are 3 pi terms, pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. Again, you have to select the the repeating variables using the criteria, and non-repeating variables. So once we get all this, then you have to solve the equations. So once we get the equations, we can able to derive this particular equation. Okay. So it is very important to solve the numericals, and it is very important to know the dimension of each and every quantity. हे थोडंसं बघायला सोपं वाटेल, तुम्हाला बघताना इझी वाटत असेल, म्हणजे आहे इझी, बट once you go through this solving the numericals, you can able to understood the what are the basic problems you can able to arise when you are solving the numerical. So solve the numericals. If you have any doubt, you can put down a mail, or you can put down the message on the WhatsApp group, or during the lecture you can put down the message in the chat box. Okay, we will stop here. If you have any doubt, you can ask. जरा हात वर करा बरं सगळेजण. Please raise your hands. Everybody, please raise your hands. Thirty-six participants raised a hand. 9 participants are sleeping. Okay. तुम्ही नुसतं चालू करून साईडला ठेवून टाकू नका. तुम्ही बंद करून तुम्ही कामं केली ते चालतंय. असं काही अटेंडन्स कन्सिडर करत नाही. आय जस्ट वॉन्ट टू नो हाऊ मेनी आर प्रेझेंट ऍक्टिव्हली. इंद्रजित पाटील आहेत का? दीपक शेलवाडकर, कौस्तुभ गुरव, रोल नंबर 56 अथर्व जाधव, आदित्य बारके. बघा जागे करा त्यांना. Okay, we will stop here. Again, we will start the new point in the next lecture.